Another one. So we're busting some clay discs, testing out the new bolt I have in this Lynx 12. I just did a video about that. So the bolt carrier and the bolt is new. There was some wear on the tail of the bolt that was in there, so I decided to just change out the entire carrier. So basically, I'm just breaking the gun in. I've put some oil in there. There's definitely some break-in work that needs to be done. Last time you guys saw me doing this, it was night, and I was using the light, so I figured I'd do this in the daytime. You guys can see what the setup looks like. So I've basically, as far as the stock, right, where I attach the sling, this is the El Cheapo, stock, right? So this is one of those cheap ones that you typically get. And what I did is I've just drilled a hole, right? You can see how I drilled the hole there, and I put a QD socket through the stock, right? And now all of a sudden, this cheap stock is a very usable tactical stock that I can basically attach a sling to. Okay, so I put it on the outside because it helps control the gun. It allows me to do transitions to this side if I want to do transitions without choking me. So that's why I put that on the outside, right? Helps control the gun. And then on this side over here, I got a 3-slot Picatinny rail on this side, 3-slot Picatinny rail on that side, in order to hold the light in place. I like using the pistol light because basically I can work it with my finger. I don't have to put pressure pads. When I bought this gun, I think the first time I paid $500. The second time I paid $400. I think the third time I paid for $400. Now I hear that you can get them for like $300. So basically on a gun that's $300-400, even $500, you know, I want to be careful how much money I put into the gun. So if I can get the standard hand grip, hand guard to work with the light and the sling, I'm probably going to keep it like that. You know, because a lot of times if you get like the rails, the aluminum rails, sometimes you might have a hard time fitting it. The other thing is the shotgun gets really hot, right? So even this plastic thing here in the summertime, you know, you fire 5 of these magazines and this barrel is smoking, okay? And then this, you can feel that this handguard is really hot. So getting this in metal is going to make the gun, you know, this area is going to get really hot. So I'm kind of inclined to leave this in plastic on the shotgun because shotgun gets hot really fast, okay? So you can see how I have it. Basically, I had the 3-slot rail there, and then I've got that mounted like that. So let's bust some clay birds. Oh, by the way, here we go. We got the UTG mount, which I don't like too much because basically it's just a little on the heavy side. I would prefer a lighter one without all this extra Picatinny stuff here. I might get that at some point. And then the Howson 503 CU. Okay, so let's shoot some clay discs and see if the gun's gonna cycle or if we get any jams. Basically, I'm using birdshot. Anytime you're shooting into the air, you gotta use birdshot. Birdshot, you know, only goes out for about 200 feet. So, you know, if you're shooting anything else, make sure you know what distance you got and how far it's gonna travel. Okay, so let's do a little shooting here. We've got a wind going that way, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna try to aim the birds that way a little bit. I see we got, based on the wind ribbon there, we got 15 to 20 miles, 15 to 20 mile wind to the left. Other thing I'm doing is I'm between my shot, basically I'm practicing. Safety's on, I come up, safety off, take my shot, boom, safety back on. Just so that, you know, again, this is the purpose of this is a tactical training tool. You know, I want to use this gun the same way I would be using it in the you know, in a combat type of environment. Okay, I'm practicing those skills, and the skill being practiced here is find your target, get your reticle on the target, shoot the target, decide if you need to shoot again. Okay, I'll point the gun a little bit higher up. Let me the camera a little higher up. See if it gives you guys a better view. There you go, right there. Oh, got one jam there. So that's what we're trying to figure out, how much work I got to do with this gun to get it to break in. broke up. It's winter, the thrower's cold, the clays are cold, so you're going to get lots of breaks. That's a good piece. That broke up on the way out, but there was still a good piece there. So that's what I mean by, you know, the clay throwing gets you to kind of think on your feet, look at the target, decide is it a good target to shoot or not. Anything left in here? Yep, that's it. We're empty. So we only had one jam through all that. And the last one was an opportunity to basically just get 3 shots out really quick to see how the gun cycles. Put the camera down a little bit. So yeah, this bolt's working pretty good. We only had one jam. Now I'm using Winchester, cheap value shot. Winchester tends to be at the lower speed, so with a slightly high, you know, if I think that's like 1,200 feet per second. If I shoot something with 1,300 feet per second, it'll definitely work. So yeah, it's just you know, basically you just gotta shoot it, get it to break in. All this black paint that they put on it, you know, that's what causes your friction. I mean, I can feel it, you know, it's definitely sticking a little bit. So that paint needs to come off, gun needs to break in. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm at a good starting point with this bolt. Okay, there's a good starting point where, you know, where it's working good enough that I can shoot the gun and break it in. Because sometimes you might start off at a point where the gun's just not cycling, in which case you gotta get a Dremel there and just start trying to get it to move a little bit more more easy, so at least you can shoot it and break it in. So hope you guys enjoyed that. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon.